Good morning, welcome back to On the Road Adventure. It's a bit of a glum day today. We're down on Exeter Quayside and we got something really cool to show you.
Yeah, I don't think we could wait for the sunny day. I'm not sure it's coming this week or next week, so
well,
it has to do with what we got.
It's October in the UK, so we can't magic up sunshine, but we can magic up two bright new motorcycles. These are Triumph's entry-level, A2 friendly 400cc motorcycles, and I think they are really cool. It doesn't matter who you are. This one is the Triumph 400 Scrambler X, and this one is the Triumph Speed 400. This is the Scrambler 400X, and it's not the first time I've seen one of these. About 8 months ago, this one first came to the market, and I was one of the first to get my hands on one, and I took it for a ride review. Since then, I believe Triumph has sold around 60,000 units of these 400cc single bikes. And, you know, just looking at it, you can see why. This one is the Scrambler. It is £5,600, and I think it's worth every penny of it. Now, this little black and gold beauty is the Speed 400. Now, obviously, there's a few differences between the Speed 400 and the Scrambler 400X. Now, this one has a slightly smaller front wheel, so this is 17-inch wheels. Obviously, it's more of a street style bike, mimicking the very popular Street Twin, I think. This one's a little bit cheaper. It comes in at just under £5,000. Both of them have multiple colour options.
Those two bikes are quite similar, but still a little bit different to ride. I'm looking forward to ride both of them and decide which one's my favourite. So it's actually quite small compared to the bike that I'm currently riding. So it will be interesting for me to see how easy it is for me to switch up, and maybe I like it more. I don't know.
Well, we're both very impressed looking at the bike. I have to say, it is a Triumph, and the finish on it, the paintwork is just beautiful. Even on a dull day like today, it's glossy. It's one of those bikes where I'm a bit obsessed with cleaning bikes, and I just want to get some polish on it and clean it up, make it all shiny, you know, I can't help myself.
Well, you can do that.
Well, I think there's going to be some of that to come because the roads are going to be a little bit crappy, but we couldn't wait to get out on them. So we're going to go through one of our favourite coffee shops on a day like today.
On day like today, all I'm thinking is chai latte
coffee
at that
and
cosy
cake.
place.
Yes.
Cake?
Coffee
Can we
and
have
cake.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, let's jump on these then. Right, which one do you want? Or should we draw straws? Should we draw keys?
Yeah, well, I rode the 400 here, so maybe I should ride the Scrambler now.
All right, let's do that then. This is the old custom house on Exeter Quayside, where they would have counted up and weighed up all the goodies brought by the boats on the quay.
Yeah, it's free of charge, so you can go and have a look.
Bit of a museum and stuff in there now. Well, first thoughts, jumping on the Triumph 400 Speed. Wow, it is light. The first time you have any kind of interaction with this bike, for us anyway, coming away from 220 plus kilo bikes, you can't believe how light and small these things are. I don't think that feels like a bad thing though. Handling on this one, I can feel straight away it's going to be really light and flickable. What do you think? How do you like your bike?
I think it's quite good. I find it quite easy to ride.
Even though it's only a 400cc bike, I think you look very good on it, you know. It doesn't feel like, you know, small bikes, like a child's thing, does it? And I have to say, I think they look really good. The paint job on these is really, really smart. It's a really nice finish on this.
They definitely look that they are worth more than they actually cost.
Yeah, well, I think that's going to explain Triumph's sales figures. 60,000 of these they've managed to sell worldwide. That's a lot. And I would bet that it's not just new riders that have bought into these. I reckon people of all ages and all experiences would go for something like this. How do you like your Scrambler then, Eva?
I like the Scrambler more, I think.
You've taken a shine to that one right away, which surprises me because the Speed 400 is black with the gold forks, and I thought that's the one you were going to jump to.
I think the front wheel that is bigger makes a massive difference.
Do you know what? I have to say, I completely agree with you. I think it's a 17 on the Speed 400 and a 19, I think, on the Scrambler.
Yeah.
And you really can feel the difference in the way that the bike handles, for
Yeah.
sure. The Speed 400 is really quick and it feels very light in the steering. But yours not so much, feels a bit more normal to the types of bikes that we're used to, I guess.
Exactly, I think that's what it is. It's not, the Speed 400 is not worse by any means, it's just different. It handles completely different.
What do you think about the power? So what you've got there is a 400cc single. I got distracted.
Yeah, we get distracted by bikes all the time. It doesn't matter what we do, we get distracted by bikes.
Hello.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, love.
Thank you. If you fancy a good coffee and a very, very nice atmosphere inside, which we're not inside because of the music, but if you want to see some nice Harleys, definitely this is a place for you.
Yeah, this is Union Road Moto Velo. It is right on the main road as you go through Crediton, so hopefully the traffic noise isn't too much for you. But yeah, inside it's really cosy and really nice place to sit. There's a lot of custom Harleys and things, and Neil, the owner, is really knowledgeable in the Harley scene.
Yeah, if you've got a problem with your Harley, Crediton's probably a place for you as well.
Hey, they know their coffee as well. They do good coffee, yeah? And cake. Where's the cake?
I'm on a diet, no cake.
All right. Right, forget the coffee and cake. 400cc, single cylinder. I think it's only about 40 horsepower, just short of on that one. So it does fit in the A2 license. But you never did the whole A2 category stuff, did you? So this will be the smallest one you've ridden for a while.
A2, it's like half of what I have, yeah, basically.
It's yeah, it's the middle stage of the license, but you did a direct access.
Well, I did the whole license in my 30s, so I didn't have to do the lower capacity bikes.
So you did ride a 125 for your CBT?
So yeah, on my CBT I did a 125, and then I briefly rode a 250 somewhere around the car park, and that is it. Ever since I've been riding 800 up to 1100cc. So it is quite a big difference for me, but I think it's just enough power for the A roads we did today.
I have to agree. I've got absolutely no problem riding a bike of that sort of power.
Yeah.
I feel like it's enough to still be faster than most of the cars on the traffic that you're going to encounter on the A roads and twisty roads, and definitely with the real fun's to be had in the B roads and the country lanes.
Yeah, that's where you want to be on a bike anyway.
Yeah, that bike, I know from experience, having done the test ride, it is good enough for motorway speeds for short periods of time. That's my opinion anyway. I wouldn't want to go touring across Europe on it, but you could do a half-hour stint on it, no problem.
No.
This will be controversial, right? but I reckon adventure bikes are so popular, including with myself, because they are one of the best all-rounders, right? You can do the motorway, you can do all the smaller roads. They're not the fastest bike on the market. They're definitely not the best looking bike on the market.
Right.
So I quite like these little small cafe bikes for the Sunday ride. It's really nice to have something that's cool as opposed to something that's, the Swiss Army knife that's purposeful.
Yeah, I definitely think they are really quick and easy to get it in and out of the garage, get on and go where you need to be. If you want it to be like a city bike, now you have to, because you don't have a top box or panniers on it.
That's true.
So
and
if you want to just pop to the shops, you
I
need to
think
take a
you're ruining it.
backpack.
Yeah, it's got to be a backpack. I think you can't put a top box and panniers and bits on it. I'm sure they sell it, but I reckon you're ruining the bike and what it is. Like I was just saying, it's nice to have something that's a bit
Well,
cool.
we've got Oxford bags that attach pretty much to any bike, and we need to test whether they attach to those bikes, which obviously would be handy for us so we can go away for a couple of days.
You reckon we could do camping trips on this? All the
I
kit we carry?
Yeah,
You're having a laugh. That's
definitely.
never happening. Surely.
Hello,
It's a nice smoke and a soup for you.
Sorry?
your fish soup.
Oh, yeah. You have to tell us when there's a nice tomato or vegetable one on and we'll be in.
We came here once and I had fish soup, and Rich absolutely
Rich
hates
doesn't do
it.
fish.
Hated watching me to eat that lovely fish soup. So the owner, the lady, she does the soups, and she just stopped by to tell us there'll be pumpkin soup end of the month.
Yeah.
So I definitely need to come back for a pumpkin soup. You could eat that.
Oh, I'll try that, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, it feels like winter is properly set in now. It's
Yeah.
like dark at about 2:30. It just feels so grim.
It does.
But we don't want to pack in the camping and stuff, do we? We still want to keep going.
I quite enjoy camping in the cold, and I think we haven't done enough of it.
Enough
So-
camping in the cold. Hey, I've seen online you can buy hot tents. I don't know if any of you have seen this into camping.
No.
You can buy like a two-piece tent with a log burner
I
inside.
don't think
and
that's a
tube.
solution. You still need a
Course it
good.
is.
You still need a good gear to stay warm and in a cold weather. So I don't know.
Well, I think we are going to try to push on regardless, like we did last. Mind you, do you remember last year we still went to the beach in like December, and the sand was blowing in our eyes and everything. And, yeah.
I think the solution for content creation in England this time of the year is to travel elsewhere.
That is not a solution for content creation in England, is it?
It's
To go
it.
somewhere else.
Yes. Go somewhere hot. But where next? Only Rich knows.
I don't know. You're looking to me for the plan. As always, we have no plan.
Well, we have few options. So hopefully soon.
When Triumph said that they were going to send us a couple of these bikes, I started looking online.
Yeah.
Like you do, don't you? I'm a big kid really, having a look at all the bikes and seeing what people have done to them. These bikes are really popular all around the world, but especially in places like India and the Philippines. And they've got shops over there and that selling all the custom parts and custom exhausts, and yeah, some of them look really wicked.
I like that.
That's something that I know from past experience I really enjoy doing. I love to get a bike and customise it. And it's great to be able to turn up to cafes and bike nights and things and have one that's, there isn't another one like
Different.
it. Yeah, my favourite thing to do is to black out as much as you can. That tends to be a common theme.
Well, you really want to have a scrambler anyway at some point.
I love a scrambler.
Um,
But as we were discussing earlier, the problem with the scrambler, especially the big one, is it's got a high exhaust. And that's fine, the bike looks cooler than penguin piss, but we do a lot of travelling. So as soon as you put all the things on that you want, like your panniers and that sort of stuff, suddenly it's not a cool bike anymore, and you end up with an adventure bike that's just styled wrong.
it's definitely a Sunday bike, if you don't go far. Or you've got second option, you can ride the scrambler wherever we go, and then I can carry all of your stuff on my big Africa Twin.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Could do that.
Yeah, I think you're going to need half the amount of stuff though. Right, I think we should finish up these coffees. We're going to jump back on these Triumphs. We're going to put a few miles on. We're not going to, you know, review them or anything like that. Not for a little while anyway. We're going to enjoy them.
We're just gonna live with them for the next 2 weeks and see how that feels.
I was saying the other day, having ridden the Royal Enfield 450, and it's about exactly the same power really. It's just Royal Enfield's offering, and again they're hugely popular around India and Asia, and of course the UK now as well.
Yeah, I was quite surprised that this small Triumphs were this popular in India, because I thought India was set on Royal Enfield and nothing else.
Well, they got some
But
stiff competition now, and
it
like
sounds
everyone
like
else,
there
they
is
probably
a-
want something different.
Yeah, there is a big competition, and maybe just there was too many, you know, if there's too much of something in the area, you sort of want to be different.
If
So
all
then
my
you
mates
get
had the
Triumph.
Royal Enfield, I would definitely want the Triumph because I
Yeah.
like to be different. Yeah. So yeah, let's get these home. See if we can get them home dry. We'll put a few miles on. We'll try them out, and yeah, enjoy the next few episodes with us. We'll see what these are about, and we'll do a review at the end. We'll see you in the next one.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.